Subject: Medicinal Botany, Unit 2, Taxonomy of Angiosperms. Topic name is Diagnostic, Vegetative and Reproductive Characters, Active Principles and Pharmacological Actions of Most Used Plants of the family Asclepiadaceae. Classification: Kingdom Phanerogams, Division Spermatophyta, Class Dicotyledon, Subclass Gamopetalae, Series Bicarpellate, Order Gentianales, Family Asclepiadaceae. The family Asclepiadaceae is commonly known as milkweed family. Is widely distributed throughout the world. Milkweed or Asclepias is an herbaceous tall perennial that got its name for its milky sap, which is one of the characteristic feature of this family. Common plants are Asclepias corosavica, scarlet milkweed or blood flower or silkweed or milkweed. Malayalam name Kammal Chedi. Second one is Calotropis gigantea, gigantic milkweed or cornflower or gigantic swallowwort, erukku. Then Calotropis procera, rubber bush, vellai erukku or vella erukku. Fourth one is Gymnema silvestri, small Indian ipecac or Periplocca of the woods. Malayalam name Chakkarakolli, Tamil Siru Kurinchan. Then fifth one is Hemidesmus indicus, Indian Sarasaparilla. Tamil name Nannari, Malayalam Nannari or Naranindi. Sixth, Tylophora asthmatica, common name Indian ipecac, Malayalam name Vallipala, Tamil name Nanjaruppan. Then seventh, Sarcostemma acidum, moon creeper, Tamil name Kodikalli, Malayalam name Somalada or Somavalli. Eighth, Perugularia denia, hair node plant or stinging swallowwort, Malayalam name Veliparuthi and also Tamil name also Veliparuthi. The ninth, Cryptostegia grandiflora, Indian rubber vine, Tamil name Palai, Malayalam name Pala. Then 10th example is Holostemma adacodine or Holostemma annulare, Holostemma creeper. Common name is Holostemma creeper. Malayalam name Adapadiyan. Tamil name is Palaikirai. Diagnostic characters of Asclepiadaceae. Plants are herb, shrubs, mostly twiners and rarely trees. Leaves opposite, simple, entire margin, rarely alternate. Inflorescence cymose or racemose. Flowers bisexual, pentamerous. Calyx of 5 sepals, imbricate aestivation. Petals 5, gamopetalous. Corona arising as outgrowth of petals called corolline corona. Stamens 5, fused with stigmatic disc forming gynostegium. Pollen forming pollinia. Carpels bicarpellary. Syncarpous ovaries and style free. Only stigma fused to form disc. Marginal placentation. Fruits follicles. General features and habitat. This family includes about 320 genera and 2000 species, mostly confined to tropics and subtropics. In India, 35 genera and 332 species. Next, vegetative characters. Habit. Most of the plants are xerophytic in nature. This family includes mainly the shrubs, climbers and twiners, rarely herbs and trees. Examples are perennial herb Asclepias, xerophytic shrub Calotropis and Leptadenia, succulent xerophyte Caralluma and Stepalia, woody climbers and twiners Cryptostegia, Gymnema, Tylophora, Hemidesmus, Pergularia, then epiphytic climber, Dischidia. Many plants contain laticiferous cells that produce latex as secondary metabolites. Laticiferous cells, tissues or ducts are secretory tissues. These are thick-walled, greatly elongated and much branched ducts containing milky or yellowish colored juice known as latex. The function of latissiferous duct is not clearly understood. They may also act as food storage organ or as reservoir of waste products or act as defense mechanisms. Next is the root. Root is a normal taproot system, but it is much branched in xerophytes as in Calotropis. Root is hard and aromatic in Hemidesmus. Tuberous root in Asclepias. Thick fleshy roots in Ceropegia. Epiphytic plant called Dischidia produces roots along the nodes to absorb nutrients and water and also provide additional support for the plant. Stem is aerial, erect in Calotropis, weak and climbing in Pergularia, cylindrical, branched, solid, stem covered with waxy bloom and milky latex in Calotropis, trailing, succulent, leafless joint stem and pendulous branches in Sarcostemma. This family member shows bicollateral vascular bundles and have laticiferous tubes which contain milky latex. Leaves are ramile or colline, simple, exstipulate, petiolate, sessile in Calotropis, opposite and decussate in Calotropis and Tylophora. A thick waxy covering is found on the leaves of Calotropis. In xerophytes, leaves are reduced to scales and the stem is green and fleshy. Opposite thick fleshy succulent leaves in Hoya. In Dischidia, which is an epiphytic plant, contains a pair of leaves are modified into a pitcher where the rainwater and dust particles get collected and are absorbed by adventitious roots developed from the stem. Next is floral characters. The Asclepiadaceae is an interesting family from the view of floral structure. An important feature of this family is the presence of gynostegium, which is formed by an adnation of the androecium with the style and stigma. A variety of coronal outgrowths are also seen in Asclepiadaceae and they may belong either to the corolla or to the androecium. Inflorescence may be cymose or racemose. Mostly the inflorescence is umbellate cyme. Example, Calotropis, Asclepias, Leptadenia. Crowded auxiliary cyme in Hemidesmus. Digacial cyme in Cryptostegia. Corymbocyme in Pergularia. And terminal umbel in Hoya. Next is flower. Bracteate in Calotropis and Cryptostegia. Abracteate in Stepalia. Bracteolate in Cryptolepis. Commonly the flowers are pedicellate but subsessile in Hemidesmus, Sarcostemma, etc. And also the flowers are complete, bisexual, actinomorphic but rarely zygomorphic in Ceropegia due to curving of corolla tube. And also the flowers are pentamerous, hypogynous, small flowers in Hemidesmus, Gymnema, etc. but large flowers in Stepalia. In Pergularia, the flowers are hairy. Now let us study the non-essential parts as calyx and corolla. There is a calyx which consists of the sepals are 5 in numbers, polysepalous in Calotropis but slightly connate at the base, gamosepalous in Hemidesmus, and the aestivation is quincuncial aestivation. Sometimes the aestivation can be valvate. Corolla consists of 5 petals, gamopetalous, twisted aestivation, rarely valvate. Petals are various in shape, campanulate in Calotropis, Pergularia, rotate in Hemidesmus, etc. In Ceropegia, corolla tube is very long and has a pitcher-like appearance. Corona is one of the special characters of Asclepiadaceae family. Corona means is crown-like appendages. It consists of 5 thick scales or hairy outgrowths. The corona is of 2 types observed in Asclepiadaceae, corolline and andrecial. This corona which rising from the throat of the corolla is called the corolline corona, and when they are rising from the andrecial part is called staminal corona. Corolline corona found in Gymnema, Hemidesmus, etc. Staminal corona found in Calotropis, Asclepias, etc. In Dicalepis, corona scales are alternating, long, hooded, and has a short triangular glans. Thus, the floral complexity of Asclepiadaceae is mainly due to the different shapes and structures of corona. Next is the essential words as androecium and gynoecium. Androecium consists of 5 stamens, epipetals, inserted at the base of the petals and alternating with them. We already mentioned in petals that corona, that is the scaly, hairy appendages or outgrowths, is found on the corolla of the flower, that's called the corolline corona. Here also corona as outgrowth on the staminal tube as petaloid structure called the staminal corona. That is, the staminal tube forms an outgrowth or petaloid structure, forms an ornamental structure. That structure is called the staminal corona. According to speciality of androecium, Asclepiadaceae is subdivided into 2 subfamilies. They are Synangoideae and Periplacoideae. First is Synangoideae. In Synangoideae, the 5 stamens are fused together to form a column surrounding the gynoecium is called the staminal tube. We know that the gynoecium consists of ovary, styles and stigma. Here, the 5 stigmas as a result of fusion to form a 5-angled disc is called pentangled stigmatic disc. The anthers are fused with this pentangled stigmatic disc to form a common structure is called gynostegium. Thus, the gynoecium is a complex structure formed by the fusion of the stamen, styles and stigmatic surfaces. It may appear as the crown of the stamens, or it may appear as sheath covering of the gynoecium, or a specialized complex mass of structure which surrounds the gynoecium. Gynostegium sometimes provided with the corolline corona with annulus or staminal corona contribute the flower to distinctive and more attractive and complex structure. This wonderful structure serves to lead the insect to nectar cavity so that the pollination likely to happen. We already mentioned that the androecium consists of 5 stamens, epipetals alternating with petals. Anthers are bithecal. We know that the anthers contains pollen grains. Here, the pollen grains of each anther lobes become aggregated or agglutinated or clumping to form a waxy mass called pollinia. Pollinia is a bat-like structure. Each anther has 2 such pollinia, one in each lobe. That is, the pollen grains of the anther halves of 2 adjacent stamens agglutinated and form a pollinia. Each pollinium produces one stalk-like structure called a caudicle and a common sticky outgrowth adhesive structure called corpusculum. Thus, 2 pollinia, 2 caudicle and 1 corpusculum together called translator. Allotropis, the translators are Y-shaped. There are 5 such translators are present. Thus, the subfamily Synangoideae is characterized by the presence of gynostegium, pollen grains agglutinated to form pollinia, which in turn forms the translator, which is Y-shaped. The periplacoid also consists of the 5 stamens, epipetals, pollen grains of each anther lobe agglutinated in tetrads, that is in tetrads, to form a single bag-like structure. We know that in Synangoidae there is a double, that is the 2 bag-like pollinia are present, but in Periplacoidae there is a single bag-like structure is formed. It is called the pollinium, and this translator, which consists of a single pollinium, a single cortical, and a single corpusculum. So this is the characteristics of the Periplacoidae. One more point of the periplacoid is the shape of the pollinia, that is the shape of the pollinia is spoon shaped or it is eye shaped. That is another important character of the pollinia. Metion consists of 2 carpels, that is bicarpellary, apocarpus, hypogynous. The 2 styles of the carpels are free at the base and united at the top to form a single style ending in a much enlarged pentagonal disc or pentangled disc like stigma. Then each carpel, that is we mentioned that the carpel is apocarpus and also bicarpellary, that is each carpel is unilocular, many ovules on marginal placentation. Root is double follicle, that is it is an aggregate of 2 follicles, but in Gymnema the 1 follicle is suppressed so that we can see only 1 follicle. Then the follicle pericarp is mostly smooth and softly spiny or recurved. The seeds of Asclepiadaceae are very beautiful and also wonderful. They are the endospermic and usually flattened, rarely ovoid or cylindric. The micropylar end has white silky hair which is hygroscopic in nature and helpful for seed dispersal by wind. That is a very important, very wonderful and very beautiful. Embryo is large with a flat cotyledon.